I think Billy is an excellent person. He's grown up, he's matured, we've had some very good talks between us. He didn't understand some of the problems that existed or came up when Elvis passed away and he wasn't allowed, but I think that was all done by Vernon, number one, and I think it was because Vernon had married his mother, and they had a very nasty divorce, and I think Vernon just wanted nothing to do with anybody by the name of Stanley. Ricky Stanley, as I said before, Ricky had a great deal of problem with drugs. Now, he was never arrested that I know of. He was stopped several times by police departments, and through certain connections we were able to get him out without having to go to jail. But Ricky was a brilliant person into the drugs thing. He could write a prescription better than any doctor. And part of his problem was taking some of these prescriptions that he wrote and having druggists or pharmacists fill them for him. And then later on, the druggist would send the prescription to the doctor for verification of their records, and the doctor would say, that wasn't me. So that was one of his problems. They both were, and David was very much, he was the younger brother. He drank a lot, but he also indulged in drugs that were off the street. All three of, well, Billy was out of the picture early on, and David and Ricky worked as valets on the thing for Elvis. They were on different tours. They managed to stay out of trouble on the tours. Ricky now is a minister, a preacher. David, I'm not sure what David is doing. He keeps coming up with a movie that's totally different than anything, and then another movie that totally is different than the first movie that's supposed to be the truth, and then the third movie that says that the first and second were not true, but this one is. And books, he comes out with a book that first is he killed Elvis, second Ricky killed Elvis, third the Mafia killed Elvis, Dick Grobe killed Elvis, on and on and on, so I think his mind is a little, he can't decide what he wants to do or what he wants to say. His thing basically is who's going to pay him the most money, and who will ever do that will come out with whatever, David will come out with whatever that person wants it to say. So I would say, and I have seen some of the stuff that he's done, and one movie that he did, which was supposed to be the truth, was how he was the main security person for Elvis Presley and did everything for Elvis. And to me, and the other people that I've showed it to, came out on a DVD. We find it one of the best comedies that we've ever seen. Y'all had a couple of good comedians here in this country, and he's right up there with them, the Pink Panther man, that was, but that's about all I can say is, I know both of them, I know all three of them. Billy is a very good person. He's got a lot of my respect for what he's gone through and everything. And David and Ricky, once in a while, maybe once or twice a year, I'll talk to Ricky, and we get along. They've changed their lives. I haven't talked to David in years. I'd hope maybe that I'd get a chance to meet up with him in Memphis this last August, but that just didn't happen.
Okay, we've got time for one more. I had a lady down here. Someone over here wanted to... this lady here. Final question of the afternoon.
Hi guys. I want to know, when Elvis passed away, did you, any of you three, see his body? He passed away. Because I have got a DVD, and there is a man in California, he says he's Elvis Presley. He's singing in a church in Glasgow. And I have got the DVD, even Elvis's teeth. He walks in Elvis, he sings like Elvis, he looks like Elvis, he's the same height, he's older. But I want to know, is Elvis really passed away, or is he retired?
Stupid can you be?
I am.
I should wonder.
The best I can tell you is that anybody who says Elvis is still alive and did not die on that day, August 16th, 1977, has been smoking funny cigarettes. Unfortunately, I was not at Graceland when it took place, when he was taken to the hospital. I received a call that he was on his way to the hospital. I raced down to the hospital. I was there when the Harvey team that had been working on Elvis for so long stopped and said, we can't do anything. They pronounced him dead. I had been there, I had seen him while they were working on him. In my field of security and police work, I've seen a lot of dead people. Elvis was not alive when they finally stopped working on him. We took him up to Graceland and we had it set up for the funeral that was held and put together. And nobody spirited Elvis off. Nobody took him out in a helicopter that's been said, et cetera, et cetera. Anybody who says that Elvis did not die at that time, like I said, has been smoking funny cigarettes.
Now that we're wrapping this up, I'd like to say what an honor it has been for us to be here. Thank you guys for having us. And once again, I always say, without you, there is no us, and we love what we do. We're going to be over doing the autographs, and I understand that the bookseller has 6 of my books left. I sold all of mine the other day, so if you want one, they've got 6 of them left. And, any final words for you?
I'd just like to say, the reason I'm so emphatic about what I just said, that was the hardest day of my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, I could listen to these guys all day long. It's been an absolute privilege to have you 3 guys with us this week. I hope you've enjoyed Elvis Week, our Elvis Festival 2017.
Is that Neil talking? That's Neil talking? He's still here? In person? I'm going out this way if he's that way.
Thank you very much. We'll see you all. Thank you so much, Greg. And thank you so much, Charles. Big round of applause for the TCB gang there. What a great afternoon. And as Charles said, the guys will be signing, and you can talk to them. They'll be in the Elvis shop just round by the restaurant, so I'll be around there in just a few moments. And stick around, because at 4 o'clock we have our live cabaret dazzlers, and then tonight we have our prize bingo, so make sure you're here for that. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll put some Elvis music on.
So I'll just go.